I wanted to do one more little activity with you. Um, you may have heard of the term polarization in IFS. That means like we have two parts with conflicting views. So for instance, you may have a part that wants to help. Like I have a part that really wants to help my child succeed. And I got this other part that's like, I am so tired of being a teacher. This is so annoying. I can't wait for us to go back to school. What I'm going to do is, maybe if you don't mind going inside one more time, I'll lead you in another meditation. So just close your eyes, take a couple breaths. Now think about a time maybe that recently your child needed help, and maybe you felt some conflict inside. Maybe it was just bad timing. And just notice your first impulse and let your system know there's no bad parts right now. All parts are helpful. All parts are trying to help you. So even if your first impulse was to scream, or your first impulse was to run away, or your first impulse was to yell, maybe you didn't even do it, but you had the impulse, that's okay. Notice where that impulse comes from in your body. And just ask that part of your body, as if you were talking directly to the part, unless you may already know the part. What does that part want you to know about why it felt that way in that moment? And then thank that part. Let it know you can come back in just a second. And just notice in your system if there's another part that has the opposite belief. Maybe that first part really wanted to help and is liking helping, likes to be a teacher. Maybe it was really upset. But see if there's another part that has an opposite feeling. Where do you feel that in your body? What does that part want you to know? Why does it need to do its job? Now, if you can, ask one part to sit on one side of you and one on the other. Or maybe if you're sitting at a table in your mind, one can be on one side, one can be on the other side. And just for a second, give each an opportunity to tell you more, and let the other part hear, just like, what does this part need us to know? Then give the other part a chance. Can you ask each part, how could you help? Like, is there something you could do? Give each one a turn. Like, if you were able to do something, what might make them not feel like they have to work so hard? And hopefully they did tell you something that you could do. And ask them, if you did those things and you took that responsibility, you, the self, the wisest one in the room, the most patient, the most compassionate, the one who could do it really well, Would they like to find a way to work together, those two? And ask them, if so, what would that look like? If you were able to be in control and it was your job to be with your child, what would they like? What would they rather do, together, separately? And then see if you can make that commitment inside that you'll try. Maybe you can check in with these two parts in the morning before you wake your children up. Ask them if it's okay if you take the lead today. Ask them if you notice them coming, if our child interrupts us at work and you feel one coming, is it okay to say, oh, is it okay if I get this one? How about if you hold back and let me do it? Or tell me what it is you're concerned about so I can make sure to take care of that. Oh, I want to make sure that they get their work done. Otherwise, it'll be horrible and we'll look bad. Okay. I'm going to help them get the work done. I'll do it my way if that's okay. But I get it. I'm going to help them get the work done. Thank you. And you'll notice if you do that with your kids, you're going to feel a lot, they're going to sense you being with them instead of doing to them a lot more. And when they sense you being with them, you're going to see them relax. You're going to see them want to share more about themselves with you. They're going to want to tell stories about what's happening at school. They're going to share their problems with you. When you're in self with your kids, you create a safe place for them to share their most intimate feelings. They don't want to share that with parts. They don't want to share those with parent parts, manager parts, critical parts. It's not safe. So just notice, do a little experiment about if you can be calm, curious, open, loving in the face of any storm. Like Dick Short says, self is the eye in the storm, which means that's the calm place in the middle of a storm. If you can be that calm place, do it try to see if you can do it, how much you can do it for a day or two. And as an observer, watch how your children shift. If you can hold anything they can bring, even if it's different than you, something that normally irritates your parts, maybe they're too loud or too quiet, see if you can hold that and widen your self energy to accept who they are and how they want to express themselves, just like you wanted when you were little, someone to accept you just how you are. Now you have the opportunity to give that to them. And you'll see that will create a safe place, a safe climate. So now the pressure in the house feels like a warm, sunny day. And they can just relax. So what happens to you on a warm, sunny day? You want to sit outside and just be relaxed.